Yeah, okay. I'm having way too much fun thinking about this deck. So the better question to probably ask is, could we get it working in Classic Construct? Because the big thing with Melody for me is I think the deck would perform significantly better in Classic Constructed, obviously having the high HP pool and then 3 copies of all the draw engines. Whether or not that would bog down Dromai is probably the question. I mean, she'll be a lot more active in Blitz, so I can run this deck more often because I do like, maintaining the legality and everything in the current format of the game. But yeah, so we've got Phantasmal Symbiosis, and simply put, the chain is basically just Phantasmal Symbiosis. You then name Red Hot. You play whatever you want. You then play 1 Red Hot, 2 Red Hots. If you can get lead the charge off, you can just stack them because it's just the next time you play an action card, you gain action point. So anything you play with 0 or greater that generates or has go again, you also get that extra action point to then store up 4 Red Hot, and then you finish off with a Fractal Replication, or even again 2 if you can get something like Captain's Call off, right? All these effects that you could stack up and hold until you actually complete the chain. Because all we're doing is trying to get to 4, right? So Phantasmal Symbiosis, Chainlink 1, whatever we play, Chainlink 2 and 3, Red Hot, Chainlink 4, then 5, 6, 7. And in that sense, it would have Red Hots. It'd have, actually, would each, that's actually, it would, wouldn't it? I didn't think about that. Each Fractal Replication would have 2 Red Hots in this scenario. So you would be doing, the first Red Hot would possibly do 4 burn damage. Second Red Hot would be doing 5 burn damage. The next Fractal Replication would then be doing 12 burn damage. And do they copy each other? Huh. That's also an interesting correlation. Obviously, I can test it on Teleshare, right? It's nice and simple. Just give myself an easy hand to pull off the combo. I don't have to play a legal deck. But it does beg, what? We'll play it on Teleshare. Again, don't hold Teleshare to anything because, as I've personally found, there has been a lot of combos that to me read like they should work, haven't quite hit. But if Fractal Replication steals the base ability of Fractal Replication, which it should because it's an illusion attack action, then it would also read twice to gain the effects of everything else, which would then gain 4 Red Hots, right? And just multiply insanely. I mean, even with like Tenacity in this scenario, as long as your opponent was blocking, I mean, that could possibly be, an extra 16 damage if they threw out 4 cards, plus an equipment. This might actually work as a solid chain with Tenacity as well. Anyway, I guess I'll make a just gimmicky deck, throw in energy potions, throw in time snap potions, and just play against the bot, right? And we'll see how it plays out. The only other point of contention that comes to mind, just reading through the cards, is all the rupture cards state if this card, right, as in the actual name of the card. So this says if Red Hot is played, which makes me think ruling-wise, because this doesn't gain that name and doesn't count as a copy of that card, it might not work in that sense, in which case only Tenacity really works, but we'll still try it. So I've snagged whatever red cards have go again, time snap potions, energy potions, the actual combo. It still will take me a few tries to get the setup that I want to actually, again, just strictly try and see if the combo actually works. Okay, we have part of it. I guess we see what we can do, right? We have the Enabler, the Tome of Imperial Fire, right? So we can stack up for Flamescale Furnace, and we also have a Lead the Charge for the go again. The problem is we haven't drawn the actual enablers. So we only have 1 shot with the gold coin. So I think I need to stick in all the draw engines and treat it like Melody, even in testing like this. I guess we get rid of... What do you even play in this sense? I mean, I strictly don't have the combo. If this was the other card, the one that would turn Red Hot into an Illusionist attack action, then we'd be cooking. But I need to get rid of, I guess, Lead the Charge. That's probably wrong. And I guess Blaze Headlong. Alright, then we can pop the gold with the resource. We get another Inflame. We'd then be able to gain 2 resources. Yeah, so if we had more draw engines, we could definitely get to the the correct chain link and get it off. But I guess I'll restart till I at least get the cards for the specific combo, and then we can see. Because they don't have to be draconic, right? It's just chain link 4 or higher. Yeah, perfect. Okay, there's a chance on this one. So I've already seen what the cash-in draws into. Gold, right? So we get the other cash-in and we get tome. Tome being the enabler. We get to draw 2, and then we get to pitch 2. We have another tome. This is actually a really good start, right? So we can get rid of what doesn't have go again. Or I should say what cost that costs. And then we obviously want to keep red hot. So we probably, was this, if you play another red card, you may return. No, so we'll get rid of Phoenix Flame, right? Then we can play the next tome, which is perfect, because then we can pitch 2 more, and then we can play the cash in to go positive in hand. Oh, God. Problem is now we have to pitch away the red hot. But, I mean, I should be able to draw crazily here. So that's a little annoying. You know what might be a little bit better than Flamescale Furnace? Potentially. Deep Blue, for Blitz, I mean. But we can play cash in now for the resources, go back to 4. We have a stack of resources, which is great. You probably activate Flamescale Furnace. Maybe I should have activated Flamescale Furnace before the cash in, since we already had a huge draw stack. So we'd use Flamescale Furnace, go to 7. Then we can use cash in, draw back. Then we can use Art of War, get the draw 2, and might as well take the go again. The buff is probably better overall, since we're doing a very combo-y deck. Right, and then we can do Mage Master Boots into the tome. That's still positive 2. I mean, the other scenario is we're building up a ton of Ash, just doing this draw engine. I have the Time Snap Potion to set up. Yeah, so now we're bogged down. That's the issue. We can pitch a blue, draw 2, go again. Go over Blaze Headlong. You know what? I'm doing this the wrong way in testing. Strip it down to just the combo pieces. I should be able to do it in like 5 cards, I think. And then we're good to go. Okay, for testing purposes, this is as close as we're getting. So we've got the Phantasmal Symbiosis to turn red hots into a Illusionist card that doesn't have Phantasm, which is the big thing. So we Dreamweaver, play that, right? Then play our normal chain, so Inflame and Flame in this scenario, into red hot, into Fractal Replication. We've got 1 energy pot on the field and a time snap. In a proper deck, you'd obviously run the normal engine so that you can use Flamescale Furnace. But we should be able to do all right here, right? So the question is, do I want to pitch something? Probably not. Do the Time Snap Potion, right? That's the action point for red hot. Do the energy pots, that's resources. And then we can do, this does not go again, that's the issue. So instead of the Mage Master Boots, maybe one other reaction. Right? Because right now I don't have the action points, do I? Because Phantasmal Symbiosis, go to 1, go again, 1. Yeah, no, I'm 1 short, damn. I have the right hand, I just missed something. Still it, so I've got to use Dreamweaver too. Right, because now it has that. But we should be able to do red hot. And now counts as an Illusionist card. Nice and simple. Right, and the effect stays, perfect. But yeah, you definitely want to use Dreamweaver on it so that it can't shut down the chain, since it's going to be tight to get to 4. But you could probably, even if it gets shut down, I suppose you can get to 3 and then use Fractal Replication as the 4th one, right? Because in this scenario, there's nothing else with Phantasm, so you don't have the normal weakness of poppers. Anyway, I will replace the boots and hopefully get the same hand. Okay, perfect, much better. We have the correct setup. So we have the Snapdragon Scalers for Phantasmal Symbiosis. We have the Dreamweavers to take it off, so that's all correct. And then we can go Inflame, Red Hot from the energy pots. Now we'll still be 1 short in Fractal Replication. We can only play 1, but that's fine, right? And this is action, that's instant, so we can play the energy pot whenever we want. You do have to time snap straight away, but it shouldn't matter because of the go again effect, right? So activate that. Done. Might as well just proc the energy pots. Done. Dreamweaver. Phantasmal Symbiosis as Chainlink 1. Again, we pick red hots. You know what? I don't have cards in my deck for this to actually proc the effect. But we get the scenario. So red hots. Is it just reveal? It is reveal. So I guess we just see if the damage works out. And then we can also Snapdragon Scalers. So it does go again. So 6, and then off that we go Inflame. Next chain link. And we can go Inflame, third chain link. And then we can do Red Hot, which is procced, thankfully. And we have to pitch one fractal for this, it's fine. So Red Hots, pitch the fractal. So I'm curious when it affects trigger. No red, but they revealed. That's the big thing we want to see on the sideboard. Sorry, I didn't realize how zoomed in it is. My bad. But yeah, so Red Hot as a chain link. We have an action point, so then we can do fractal replication. And it works on Teleship. And then we also get to select another card. Oh, that is actually insane. So we get to pick another card because we also played, I can't see, the Phantasmal Symbiosis. So you could make this chain pretty erratic. Like you could really power up a second fractal replication. Again, as long as the scenario works where it duplicates itself in the way it should, you could pick something already on a chain link, I believe, right? And then that would affect the next one? Or would that affect... Oh. Now we have to read this. When this attacks name a card, cards with that name are Illusionist until the end of turn. So they're on the chain link. Does that mean they would then be Illusionist cards, and that would buff fractal replication in itself? I think that's correct, right? So if we were to name Inflame, not that it matters, then technically this should gain the effects of Inflame as well. The issue I have right now, though, is we're seeing a 0, which doesn't make sense either, right? Is the greatest base among Illusionist attack action cards on the combat chain. So that should be at least 6, but obviously Teleshare does not like it. But we did get the reveal proc, and the reveal proc is what I care about, because that means Red Hot carries over. The effect carries over. Fractal replication just isn't correct, right? It's not triggering, and I assume the block wouldn't work then either. All right, but we're cooking, right? And you can do the same thing with Tenacity. And again, because of Phantasmal Symbiosis, you can double dip and select other stuff already on the chain. So you could really power up fractal replication. This is an awesome find, right? All right, damage is shot though. I should look if there's a submit, because I can think of a few cards at least, right, for me to ping Teleshare and say they're not working. Can you take a look so I can have my fun? But still, I'm happy with that. It's definitely broken, right? Because Phantasmal Symbiosis is Illusionist, so it should still count as that. Because it doesn't have any base, yeah. Take it to a tourney. Oh god, we're gonna have some fun, right? If this is the way Illusionist is cooking, we're gonna have some fun with some other classes. Anyway, proof. So, pudding, right? That's the saying. However it goes, we'll leave it there. And I will fix up the deck, get your feedback, actually wait this time, I've had my fun, and then we'll play some games and see what exactly we can pull off. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.